Hi Geometry, this is Unit 6, Lesson 13, page 741 of our workbook. So which one doesn't belong? In class, we'll talk about these pictures and why each one does or doesn't belong, but right now I just want to point out a few things. First of all, let's talk about intersection points. In this first graph, there are two intersection points between the circle that I have here and the vertical line. I want to remind you that vertical lines have equations that are x equals. So this vertical line goes through x equals 3 on the x-axis. So this vertical line's equation would be x equals 3. This graph B shows a horizontal equation, and a horizontal equation has a y equals form, and in this case it's going through 6 on the y-axis, so this is y equals 6. Here, the circle and the line intersected in two places in A, and here in graph B, it intersects in one place. You can see clearly in graph D that the line and the circle does not intersect. And graph C shows a parabola. This is a parabola, not a circle, and a horizontal line. This line is at y equals 3. And you can see that this parabola and the graph of y equals 3 intersects at two places. This lesson is about where different graphs intersect and finding those points of intersection. So let's take a look at the next page. It says that the equation x minus 3, y minus 2 equals 25 represents a circle. We should graph this. So remember, this is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So I know the center of my circle is positive 3, positive 2, because I'm thinking the opposite. So I'm going to positive 3, positive 2. That's the center of my circle. The radius is 5, so I'm going to go up 5. I'm going to go left 5. I'm going to go right 5. And I'm going to go down 5. And then I'm going to just draw in my circle the best I can. I'm sure you're drawing a much better circle than I am. So B says graph the line y equals 6. So as we just discussed on the other page, the graph of the line y equals 6 is a horizontal graph up here at y equals 6. So this is 6 on the y-axis. So it's a horizontal line traveling along y equals 6. And it says, at what points does this appear to intersect my circle? Well, if I drew a good circle, it looks like I'm guessing here because my circle's not very good. I'm guessing 6, 6 perhaps, and 0, 6 on the y-axis. I mean, you might think it's 5, 6. It certainly looks like my graph is closer to 5, 6, but I feel like this curve in the first quadrant might be indented a little bit. But at this point, it doesn't exactly matter what points I pick because I'm going to verify them in the next step. So if it doesn't work, I know that I picked wrong and I'll try another point. So both of my points are on the line. They're on the blue line. What I'm not sure of is if they're on my circle. So in part 3, let's write this in here. In part 3, it says, how can you verify that the two figures really intersect at these points? I know my points are on the line. What I don't know is for sure that these points are on my circle. If they're also on my circle and they're on my line, they're my intersection point. So let's try this. Let's see if when I substitute these points into the circle, it makes it true. That will show that they are on my circle. Okay, so I'm going to test 0, 6. When I do this, I plug into the equation from number 1, the circle equation. So I plug a 0 in for x minus 3 squared plus 6 minus 2 squared for y, and I'm trying to see if it's 25. Negative 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. Yes, 9 plus 16 is 25. So 0, 6 is on my blue line, it's on my red circle, it is an intersection point. Let's test 6, 6 now. So 6 minus 3 squared plus 6 minus 2 squared, and I'm trying to see if that is 25. So I get 3 squared, which is 9, another 4 squared, which is 16. So yep, that one works out too. So I have now verified that my intersection points between the circle and my line y equals 6 is 0, 6, and 6, 6. Let's look at number 4. Number 4 says to graph the line y equals x minus 2. So this is my y equals mx plus b, where my b is negative 2. Now my slope is 1. I'm actually going to work it all the way across my circle instead of just drawing one more point and connecting them, because I want to physically see where this might intersect my circle. So I don't want an approximate line. So let's just start using my slope, 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. I'm going to do stair steps all the way across to see where I think it might intersect. So it looks like this line might be intersecting at 7, 5. So I'm going to test these 2 points, 7, 5, and 0, negative 2, which I know are my green line. I drew my green line this way. Like, I already know that they're on my line. Let's see if they're on my circle. So let's test 0, negative 2 in my circle equation to see if it makes it true. 0 minus 3 squared plus negative 2 minus 2 squared. I'm trying to see if this is 25. Again, I get negative 3 squared, which is 9, negative 4 squared, which is 16. Yep, that's working out. That is definitely one of my intersection points between my line and my red circle. Let's try 7, 5 this time. So 7 minus 3 squared plus 5 minus 2 squared, and I'm trying to see if that's 25. So I'm going to get 4 squared, which is 16, plus 3 squared, which is 9. Yep, that one's working out as well. I'd like to mention at this time, you could also use distance formula. You could use a distance formula as well, and to show that from the point to the center is equal to the radius. You could also use a method that we're going to learn later in the extra notes worksheet, where I set the two equations equal and I solve to find my intersection points. So that's coming up later in class on the second video. So let's look at the next page. It says to write an equation representing the circle in the graph. So I can see that my center is 0, 0. So one way to write it is x minus 0 plus y minus 0. And it looks like my radius is 10, so I could write that as 10 squared or 100. I could also write x squared plus y squared equals 100, for instance. They're all okay. It says graph and write equations for each line described. Any line parallel to the x-axis, so that's going to be a horizontal line, that intersects at 2 points. So let's just draw a random horizontal line that's intersecting my circle at 2 points, okay? Let's label this line. So it's horizontal, it's got to be y equals, and it's y equals the number it goes through on the y-axis, so this is y equals 3. Let's do another one. Up here it looks like y equals 8 is another one. Let's do a negative one. Y equals negative 6. So we could keep doing this, just coming up with all of these horizontal lines that intersect my graph in 2 places. So now let's take a look at the next one. It says any line perpendicular to the x-axis. So these are vertical lines, but this time I don't want it to intersect. So it needs to be outside my circle. Well, just looking up at my graph, I can tell, like, for example, negative 11 is outside my circle. So this is a vertical line. Vertical lines are x equals equations. So x equals negative 11 works. X equals positive 11 would work. X equals 20. Sure, that's way off and not intersecting my graph. And you don't have to have a nice, pretty integer. You could do halves. You could do like 10 and a half or even 10.25. Those vertical lines would still be outside the circle, not intersecting twice, not intersecting once, not intersecting at all. So now let's take a look at the next one. It says the line perpendicular to this. So my slope for this line is negative 1/3. My perpendicular line would be positive 3. And it intersects the circle at 6, 8. So the equation of that would be y minus my y value equals my slope times x minus my x value. Now you could solve that for y to get your y-intercept, or I'm going to start with the point. The point 6, 8 is on my line. It looks like that's on my circle too. And I'm going to use my slope, which is positive 3 over 1. But I'm going to use it backwards. So to graph this line, I'm going to think of it as being negative 3 over negative 1, which is still positive slope. So I'm going to go down 3 and left 1. And I'm going to keep doing that because I don't want to just draw an approximate line. I want to get a really good line, because if you look at the next question, it's asking us, where does this intersect the circle? So I wanted this point right here. So that's why I didn't just draw a couple points and then sketch the line. I wanted to know right here, it looks like it intersects at 0, negative 10. And I wanted that point. It also looks like it intersects at 6, 8. So it says, for the last line you graph, find the second point where it intersects. Explain or show your reasoning. So, I mean, I guess if I explained it, I would say that I just used my slope to find the 0, negative 10. If it asks to verify it, I would plug the 0, negative 10 into the equation of the circle to see that it makes it true. I don't need to plug it into the line. It's on the line. I graph the green line. I know for a fact that point is on the green line. What I don't know is if it's on the circle, so I could always plug it in. I'm plugging a 0 in for my x. I'm plugging a negative 10 in for my y into the equation for my circle that's in red up above. And I am getting 100 equals 100. I have verified that that's my other intersection point. Again, we'll talk about another way to do that a little bit later in class. Thank you.